2nd and 10. That's Hill. To the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, he ran right over Marcus Gilchrist.
Redskins said they would spend the beginning part of the game seeing if Norman would travel. It's Williams traveling to the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Tackling fatigue in greatness.
2nd and 5 from the 6. Pittsburgh already leading by 15. D'Angelo Williams, this will be easy. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That counter play is hard to stop.
And another great throw by Josh McCown.
This is first down just outside the 10. It's Coleman again. Into the end zone again. Corey Coleman. But was he marked out? Let's check.
Inside the 10. 5 receivers set. Roethlisberger fires. End zone. Jesse James. Touchdown, Steelers. And A.J. Green. 2 catches, 38 yards. Dalton underneath. Bernard works the sideline. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He fakes out Artie Burns and takes it into the end zone.
Flacco to throw again. He can also run if he needs to. He doesn't want to all the time, but he pumps once, goes to the end zone. Touchdown, Ravens! A 7-yard run for Joe Flacco, and Baltimore is on the board.
Now they just seem to be stuck in mud.
Yeah, a lot of movement.
Tannehill on 3rd and 3. Here comes Cleveland. That pass is intercepted. Brian Body Calhoun, and he is still going. He will waltz into the end zone for the pick 6.
Offensive lineman and make a cut, so it'll be a completely different running style with him.
2nd and 8 off that fake. Ton of time. Deep again. Downfield. Brown. Touchdown.
So instead of a loss of 11, it's a 1st and 10. Huge turnaround in his first quarter. Little pitch play end around. This is Darius Hayward-Bay breaking free. Still going. 15-10, and he's in for the Steelers touchdown. 60 yards on the end around.
3rd down and 9. So the options here, they're toss one in the end zone or a quick out route to try to get in field goal range. Looks like they're going to go deep. Dalton to the end zone, down the field, and it is deflected and gone! Touchdown! A.J. Green! Prayer answered for the Bengals!
Playing without Eric Decker, placed on injured reserve with shoulder injury. Ball gets away. Ravens have an opportunity in the end zone. Ravens on the board with a touchdown. Chris Moore on the recovery, and Baltimore strikes first. Huge mistake for the Jets on special teams.
Who's looking to capitalize. 2nd and goal off the fake to Hill. Dalton will walk it in for a Bengals score. Coverage, you got to give Eli Rogers a chance.
Jordan Berry gets knocked down. Ball is scooped up for the score. Chris Moore. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Surprised if he doesn't come back in at some point. He's a tough guy.
With a 2nd down and 10. They come at him from the secondary and from the linebacking core, and Shazier is there. The ball knocked free. Looks like it was recovered by Hargrave for a touchdown. It was. The rookie from South Carolina State, Javon Hargrave.
Those backs underneath.
1st and 10. And with a rookie left tackle on the move. Look at this run right here. Perriman. He'll take it all the way. That is what Baltimore does, and the answer to the Miami touchdown.
All things considered, the best thing he's done is not make the critical mistake. He's thrown 7 picks so far this season.
3rd and 5. This is LaFell, and he's off to the races. It'll be a foot race. Demps is on him. Clowney, he's gone. There he goes. Brandon LaFell. Touchdown. 86 yards, and a flag has been thrown. The right tackle with the knee, Sean Coleman, who was taken off the field earlier, is in. 2nd down, 16. Isaiah Crowell galloping and being chased. Davis had an angle on him, and Crowell still chased by Davis and belted down at the 4. Hit by Artie Burns. What a run. A meandering run by Isaiah Crowell.
Field.
Again, back over to Brown. A couple of blockers in front of him. He goes right down the sideline. Is Brown breaking it? 50 yards and a touchdown. There's Roethlisberger, got a man open, and it is caught for the touchdown by Hamilton.
Really good design play. Beautiful throw by Ben Roethlisberger.
Turner, but you're right. Coach Tomlin was pretty clear about the fact that Antonio Brown will be used.
Blocked into the end zone. Free ball. And picked up for the touchdown by Pittsburgh.
The pitch to Duke Johnson. Couple of nice cuts. Johnson making something out of nothing, diving for the corner and in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Picked! That's William Jackson. No one near him, taking it the distance for the touchdown.
Dalton wondered maybe if they just take a knee starting inside their own 20. They're feeling confident offensively. Underneath pass, this is Bernard. Plenty of daylight. Bernard still going, and he will score.
Because of the problems for the Bengals offensive line, he was going to get some time again this week. And a long pass for A.J. Green. He's wide open inside the 20-yard line, and he's going to go.
Manuel, little flip, that's complete. Out across the 45, dropping the football is Jared Cook, picked up by the Ravens. The Ravens, Jimmy Smith down the sideline for the touchdown.
Connor Barth kicking it off. Bobby Rainey on the return. Across the 20, tripped up, falls forward to the 24. He got up and keeps running, and there's been no whistle on the play. Rainey stops and goes into the end zone.
Watson play fake. Fires downfield, intercepted, picked off by McCourty. His 3rd interception of the season at the 30. McCourty to the sideline. McCourty with a pick 6.
3rd and 2. Oh, and it's caught! No by Brown inside the 20, and he's in for the touchdown off the ricochet. A lot of this is him. Javaris Allen comes in, empty backfield though, 3rd and 4, and deep ball time with a flag out, and it's caught! And it's a touchdown for Jeremy Maclin. Second time in Raven territory. That's knocked down. No, it's intercepted by Mosley. He's going to score, Jim. Well, Moore's going to try to get him. Moore trying to get the angle on him. And he's in! Touchdown! C.J. Mosley able to outrace the quarterback and take it 63 yards for the score.
And take that 2-3 weeks of rest.
Here comes the blitz. Pass away and it's picked. Look out, here they go. Jimmy Smith weaves it to the end zone. A second pick 6.
The pass from Brissett is batted and intercepted. It's Carlos Dunlap into the end zone for the pick 6. Incredible.
On a 3rd down and 9. Detroit trying to pin him deep. And Roethlisberger gives him a lot of room here. Juju Smith-Schuster off to the races. Inside the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown. 97 yards.
Aiden get in, so they're right in the thick of things.
First down. And Dalton's pass is caught by Green. And here he goes. A.J. Green for the touchdown.
Steelers spent a lot of time inside the red zone.
From the 10, Roethlisberger throwing end zone. Antonio Brown, spectacular catch. Touchdown. Wow.
Osweiler on the slant, intercepted. Intercepted in the end zone, and bringing it back is Gray Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick with a chance to go. Lost the football. Recovered it. And it looks like he'll be marked down just outside of the end zone at the half-yard line.
Now you want pressure up the middle here because typically these have to be low driving kicks. Chance to block it.
Candidate to snap it. And Boswell's kick is good to win the game. I mean, what can you say? You miss an extra point, and then you make a 53-yarder in Pittsburgh.
Second week in a row, Stafford's been injured in the fourth quarter. Huge hit. Interception by Weddle, and he will go the distance in a touchdown.
Kennedy. That's a guy that's a player for this team. At least today he's a player. Making tackles, disrupting, hitting Rudolph. Weddle with the easiest catch of his career.
We'll tell you about Terrell Suggs working out with him in a minute.
Three-man rush. Flacco going to the end zone. Has a man open, and it's hauled in by Chris Moore for the touchdown. So Chris Moore gets free. It's a 30-yard touchdown pass.
For 5 wide. What will they do? 3rd and goal. He lobs it over the top, and it is reeled in. What a catch by Bryant for the touchdown. Across the middle, Smith-Schuster running for that sideline. Take as much as he can. Then he breaks away. Now he cuts it up the middle. Still on his feet, looking for some help. Inside the 15 and all the way to the 10-yard line. Timeout if you're Pittsburgh. Timeout, Pittsburgh.
But there is, without a doubt, that he has been a big factor in the last part of the season.
It'll end the round play. This is Darius Hayward-Bay finding the edge. He's still going. 5, and he's into the end zone for the Steelers touchdown.
It's to have a say in it, but I think without a doubt, the Browns are going to go and target a quarterback or multiple quarterbacks.
Kaiser's pass is caught. That's Rashard Higgins. Full sprint and into the end zone for the touchdown. A 56-yard sprint, and Cleveland comes right back. Now does Landry Jones and Pittsburgh respond. This is Juju Smith-Schuster from inside his own 5. Breaking a tackle. Here he goes, the rookie into open terrain, breaking tackles. And the 21-year-old is into the end zone for the touchdown.
In 2014, this is a 2nd and 5. Fake the jet sweep. Flacco throws. Juggled. Intercepted. It's picked off by Denard, and Denard is working his way down the sideline. Denard cuts it inside. Flacco trying to get in between, and Denard will take it all the way. Bell in the backfield from the gun. Roethlisberger steps, fires, end zone. It's caught. Antonio Brown, touchdown Steelers. Another unbelievable catch by Antonio Brown. 4 receiver set. Roethlisberger pump. Roethlisberger throws, looking, end zone, over the shoulder. Martavis Bryant holds it in for the touchdown. Huge play for Pittsburgh.
It looks like just a four-man rush for Jacksonville.
Roethlisberger gets out of trouble, throws it deep downfield. Oh, what a grab! Antonio Brown, touchdown! Sensational!
We've got Justin Hunter down at the bottom one-on-one because the safety's going to cheat again.
Roethlisberger goes the other way to the end zone. It is caught. Touchdown, Antonio Brown.
Nobody does it better than those two guys. That's double coverage. And he just put it where nobody could get it but Antonio Brown. And you know when that ball's in the air, he's coming down with it.
Luck over the middle, caught by Doyle. Ball comes out, scooped up by Benjamin. They're saying it's a fumble. Benjamin off to the races. Benjamin down the sideline. Benjamin will go. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Second and 14 to the end zone. Pass is caught for the touchdown. John Brown. Taylor for the end zone. Catch made. Touchdown, Antonio Callaway. Oh, Tyrod Taylor airing it out. Pitts from his own end zone. Intercepted inside the 10. Bud Dupree, pick 6.
Now Chubb in for Hyde. As Mayfield gets it into the hands of Chubb. His third carry today. His first one was a big one, and so is this one. Chubb takes it all the way. His second touchdown. His first went for 63. This one, 41 yards.
Dalton looks into the nickel. Here comes Harris. Dalton throws off balance, and it's caught for a touchdown! What a play! Andy Dalton to Mixon. They get by Young. That's loose. It's picked up by Johnson. Michael Johnson. Interception. Touchdown. And they need the 35. Look out. They got around James, and now he's running back away from behind. It's picked up. This is Hubbard for 6. Holy Toledo.
AJ Green no mano a mano com o Joe Hayden lá na esquerda. Bola com o Mixon pro touchdown, pra virada do Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Mixon empata o jogo com o touchdown e vem o ponto extra para colocar os Bengals à frente no placar.
Protection is good. The throw is not. His 4th interception of the game. It's an interception touchdown for Jesse Bates and the Bengals.
Penalty cost 21 yards of field position. Newton keeps. He's in trouble. Throws up for grabs and picked. Intercepted by Williams. Touchdown. Vince Williams with pressure by T.J. Watt. James Conner on the sideline to start this drive. This one down the sideline for Brown. He's got it. He's got another. Touchdown Steelers.
Os reservas para poder jogar, porque o jogo já está decidido, né?
É, e pelo menos o Driscoll conseguiu aqui um ótimo play action, vai para a endzone para o touchdown. Touchdown, Cincinnati Bengals.
He should have been working with the quarterbacks all along here.
On second down, it's Chubb. Nick Chubb across the 40. One man to beat. Still going. Chubb will take this all the way. 92 yards for a Browns touchdown.
He's going to keep it, dives. Did he break it? Yes, he did. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
We showed you that replay going to break. Aitman did not control the ball going to the ground. Jones, the return man for the Ravens. Good punt by Townsend to the 30. Jones head of steam to midfield. Jones with blockers down the sideline. Jones inside the 20. And he will go! Touchdown, Baltimore! A 70-yard return! Carr, pressure from behind, the football is loose. And the Ravens scoop it up, it's Suggs. Suggs down the sideline. T-Sizzle will score!
Und seine Offense, kein Running Back, doch, da steht einer zum Blocken.
Das ist doch Worst-Case-Szenario.
Das Ding ist in der Endzone, keine Flagge, Touchdown Ravens. Und sind die da durchgeflogen?
Was war denn bitte das?
And Mayfield stepping up. Does he see something deep? He does. And the ball is going to be caught. Touchdown by Jarvis Landry. What a catch and what a throw.
What a throw by Baker Mayfield. Now, this is what you talk about. Guys like Drew Brees, veterans of the game, they get off their number one, they get off their number two, even though he's under a little bit of duress.
For Jackson so far. Dixon, who fumbled a moment ago, is back in the game. And in the middle, Jackson for his tight end, brought in by Mark Andrews, who escapes and goes all the way for the touchdown. 68 yards. Rookie to rookie, and the Ravens retake the lead.
Salen 5 por pase. Baker Mayfield busca, va por el touchdown. Tiene un hombre. Touchdown, Browns de Cleveland. Pegando fuerte Baker Mayfield. Y encontrando al ex Baltimore Raven, Rashad Perryman.
Conditioning always a concern when you miss a couple weeks.
6 in the secondary, second down 6. It's picked off on the play by Sean Williams. His 5th of the season. Getting a block on the play by Hubbard. A lead block by Vigil. And that is a pick 6. 58-yard return.
Run game and had a beat on what you do. Ball down the field, and it is caught. That's Crabtree with the touchdown.
As he said, hopefully more into the playoffs. 3rd down and 3. Jackson has all day. Looking deep for Hollywood Brown again. He's got it. Brown off to the races. And he stays on his feet. Touchdown. 83 yards.
Probably should have went to him on the last play. In stride, OBJ. He comes back to MetLife and does this. How about it? Odell Beckham Jr.
Intentar esa patada, eso es una realidad. Segunda y gol, hacia atrás, Lamar Jackson va a correr y se lleva el balón hasta la 5, a la 4, a la 3, touchdown, vaya jugada de Lamar Jackson. Y los Ravens se acercan en el partido antes de la pausa de los 2 minutos.
Queda solamente un segundo para ir a la pausa de los 2 minutos, pero qué movimiento de Lamar Jackson, no podía ser de otra manera. Ahí está la serie de movimientos que va a realizar y finalmente cayendo hacia adelante. Ahí está cruzando el plano imaginario.
Oye, qué mal se ve Tyrann Mathieu para taclear aquí, ¿eh? Digo,
A win last week for Pittsburgh for the Baltimore Ravens in the Steel City, and here they go trying to make it 2 in a row, and look at the return here. It's going to go all the way. Brandon Wilson, 92 yards to begin it for Cincinnati. Wow.
Give credit to the Ravens, and they're playing a lot of man-to-man defense. It's allowing them to stick with those complicated pass concepts.
3rd down and 6. Trying to go long first, and the pass is intercepted. Marcus Peters. And he scores.
First interception of the year for Russell Wilson. And I have not seen him do this in a long time, which is make a bad decision.
New England, of course, still undefeated along with San Francisco. Hoyer fakes the handoff. Hoyer throws. Intercepted. It's picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And Fitzpatrick is going to go all the way. What a play. 96 yards. Touchdown. Pittsburgh.
Edelman again. And the ball is out. And there's no whistle yet. And this is Marlon Humphrey who's going to take it to the end zone. It'll be 70 yards if it stands.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10. Good call, Rich. It's picked off. Marcus Peters. He has nothing in front of him. There he goes. Chased by Erickson. That is a pick six. Another touchdown. Marcus Peters.
Nick Boyle run the seam route down the middle of the field.
It's a second down and 3. Jackson takes it himself. Look at him dart back and forth. Oh! He broke his ankles. Now he's got an entourage. And he's got a touchdown. He is Houdini.
Bengals are concerned with the injury history recently.
Interesting to see how that plays out. Finley was trying to load up deep here. He's going deep looking for Boyd. One-handed catch. Tyler Boyd makes the play in front of Terrell Edmonds for a gain of 47. The longest pass of Finley's career.
Dalton, the quick look, and it's picked off the deflection. And headed the other way with it is Denzel Ward, and into the end zone. Pick six, Cleveland.
If you asked me in September who our defensive leader is, I would have said Cameron Hayward. Yes. You ask me now, it's TJ Watt. It's been fun to watch him take ownership of our defense. Here's Johnson on the punt return. Deontay Johnson with blockers in front. Johnson into Arizona territory. Johnson down the sideline. He will go! 85 yards!
Second down at 6. Chubb again. Chubb's got the first down. Hurdles over a defender inside the 10. Touchdown, Cleveland!
You got Tyler Boyd right there. He should be one-on-one.
Dalton looking for Boyd one-on-one. He's got him! Boyd down the sideline, dives for the end zone, and he's in! What a play! Dalton to Boyd on 4th down.
Baker Mayfield has to find the end zone. Jump ball, Beckham, got it! No! They say he's out.
He drops it. And Berry gets buried. Ravens recover. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Ten-point lead, early stages, second quarter from Baltimore. Devin Duvernay had a pretty good return the last time. This time from the 10. Should give the Ravens excellent starting field position down the sideline. Butker couldn't get him all the way. Devin Duvernay for the touchdown. There are no flags. How about 93 to the house? And that's how the Ravens scored their first touchdown of the night.
Which, as Joe Burrow said, is awesome for a rookie to have an open-minded coach. Mixon, speaking of openings, inside the 15, the 10, the 5, inside the pylon, touchdown Cincinnati. 34 yards for Joe Mixon. He not only has his first receiving touchdown of the season, now he's got his first rushing touchdown.
It's been hard, and I think when you watch that film from Seattle last week, even though you want to run the football, you've got to test that secondary.
Landry looking to throw it. Gonna gun it deep for Beckham. He's got it for the touchdown. The trickery from Cleveland. It's a bomb from Landry to Beckham. 37 yards and a score. Mayfield on a fake, flip to Beckham, and he gets away. Now Beckham has room to run. Odell Beckham cuts back. Odell Beckham Jr. all the way. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Joe Mixon's longest run of the day, 6 yards. Burrow to this side of the field, and he has that completion made. And going the other way are the Ravens with the football. This is Patrick Queen for the touchdown.
Rivers steps up and throws. It's picked, intercepted, and this is going to be a pick six for Harrison.
Haven't seen a called run for Lamar Jackson in a little while now. It's the same spot as the last drive when Jackson took that sack. But this time, Jackson will do it himself. A sprint for the score. Touchdown, Ravens. Lamar Jackson electrifying when he gets into the open field.
I think that'll calm him down. Take the hit, you feel okay? Step back up and do it again.
Out of the gun on third down. He's intercepted. And there's an open field straight ahead for the run back and the touchdown. And it's Minkah Fitzpatrick.
I tell you, Minkah Fitzpatrick on this play. They've been talking about him. Is he going to make a play? Coach has said he was doing just fine. There's your play.
You got to watch Landry down the seam. Mayfield towards the end zone. It is caught. Was he in? Yes. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Baker Mayfield taking his shot. And the Browns have retaken the lead.
Been a great third down defense the last 2 weeks. The Steelers, and they've got an interception and a run back all the way home. It's Spillane with the touchdown on the pick six. Wow, what a start for Pittsburgh.
Out of Tennessee State. Winding down in this opening quarter. Cutting it to the outside. Taylor keeps the legs churning. And he lost the ball. Ravens have it. Down the sideline, Chuck Clark hurdles and still going. Clark goes all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore. That turned in a hurry.
Off the fake to Sanders. He's the release, but an off-target throw is intercepted by Sione Takitaki. Pick six to the house for the Browns. Either way, second and goal from the 5. Kareem Hunt slips away from Edwards. Hurdles his way in. Touchdown, Kareem Hunt. What a play!
In the midst of that, the 53-yard pass to Evan Ingram, the longest pass play of the year for the Giants. Brandon Wilson will bring it from 2 yards deep out of the end zone and a hole up the middle. Wilson breaks a tackle of Gannell, and Wilson off to the races. All the way down the sideline, it's a touchdown! 103 yards on the return for Brandon Wilson.
The unanimous MVP of the league a year ago. 3rd and 4. Griffin's throws an interception. That was an easy one to take back for the touchdown, Joe Hayden. Hayden read it, took it, and put the Steelers on the board.
Making the catches and making the plays.
P. Ryan is in it, running back and breaks through, and still going. Samaje P. Ryan down the sideline for a Bengals touchdown.
A 46-yard run, shaking a few tackles from the Texans and taking it to the house. That's 4 catches for Erickson. 4 of his 5 catches this season coming in came in the last 5 games. Allen floating one for the end zone. Catch made as he inbounds. T. Higgins waiting for the officials who are right there on the spot.
Set up your team with a chance at the postseason one more time.
Here's Dobbins weaving his way through, and now Dobbins a foot race. Dobbins showing the wheels, and he's in for the touchdown. Wow! A 72-yard sprint by the rookie from Ohio State.
Jackson trying to escape and run for it, and he's got it more. Lamar Jackson down the sideline. Will they give it to him? They will. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Steelers dead last in the league in rushing. And they start with a horrible snap all the way back to the 2-yard line, and the Browns bounce it into the end zone where they wind up with a touchdown. Of all crazy things, you don't go to the playoffs for 18 years, and that is the way it starts in the first 14 seconds. 3rd down and 4. Mayfield, quick throw, caught over the middle by Landry. Jarvis Landry inside the 10, and Jarvis Landry has a touchdown.
Lucy, got you.
Hunt stays in on 1st down. Kareem Hunt breaks a tackle. Kareem Hunt bulls his way into the end zone. Picked them up 3 years ago. 2nd down and 10 here. Mayfield throws. Chubb makes the grab. Gets some blocking. Breaks tackles, and Chubb is going to go all the way to the end zone for a Browns touchdown. 40 yards. Landry earlier had a 40-yard reception for the touchdown. Prefer says go for 1.
So deep, that opportunity has been there.
Johnson also in double figures, 10 catches for 98. That pass, we hold in by Claypool.
4th and 1. Gives the ball to Williams right through the middle. Forget about the 1st down. How about a touchdown? 35 yards for Tyson Williams. Welcome to the NFL.
There's been pressure in his face, and they force him to do something.
Quick pass to the near side. That is complete to Demetric Felton. Felton still on his feet. Inside the 10 to the goal line. Touchdown, Cleveland.
P. Ryan is in. 1 timeout for Cincinnati. And going deep into the end zone and caught by Chase. Oh my goodness, what a grab. 34-yard touchdown throw.
Nice job by him there.
3rd down, Hunt breaks a tackle, and he's got a 1st down. Huge, still on his feet. Kareem Hunt racing towards the end zone, and he's in.
On its way. It bounces off the crossbar, and it's good.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. Did that just happen, Greg?
Burrow on 2nd down. With time, can't find anyone. And now he fires downfield to Jamar Chase. He's got it. Wow. And takes it all the way for a Bengals touchdown. 70 yards from Burrow to Chase. Wow.
and even longer coaching in the NFL, what he brings to that room.
Chubb's got 77 yards on the ground, second down 4, adding to it, stiff arming, keeping his balance. It's a foot race down the sideline, touchdown! Magnificent! 52 yards!
First, it's great at the point of attack, and then it's Nick Chubb and missed tackles and stiff arms. Watch as he gets through. Nobody touches him. He gets through that arm tackle, stiff arm there, and now it's a foot race that he's not going to.
Burrow has it. Wide open for the catch. Mixon inside the 20 with a block. Mixon, and that's going to be a Bengals touchdown. On 4th and 1, all the way in for a 40-yard score.
They got 3 seconds here. They'll probably just launch one down to the end zone. You got the bunch up top. Those guys are going to be your Hail Mary.
7 defensive backs for Arizona. Pressure coming. Mayfield able to get away, and now he'll uncork it for the end zone. Ball in the air, and it's caught! It's caught! Donovan Peoples-Jones! Baker's prayer is answered from 57 yards out to end the first half.
A lot of noise. Good blocking on the screws. Chase found him. Oh, there he goes! He had him in a blender and he's off to the races. This will be 6. What a play! 82 yards.
Head coach and the respect Zach Taylor said that he has of what they've built, and that's something they're trying to get done in Cincinnati.
Ryan is in, gets the call, 2nd and 12. Look at him burst, he's gone! You can kiss him goodbye. Another rushing touchdown. This, a sprint for 46. Samaje Perine.
Perine is the running back. Fake it to him. Burrow has a target in sight, and it's stolen. It's stolen by Denzel Ward, who cuts back at the 40, and he may be going the distance. A full 100 yards to glory.
Wow, what a great call by you right there, too. That was amazing. What an interception. And guess what? McDowell, for the Browns fans, they are happy you jumped off sides.
Defended on that 4th down throw for the Cleveland defense. So the Browns take over at the 40. And look at Baker going long. Peoples-Jones with the touchdown. 60 yards.
Roethlisberger with the time. That's intercepted. Here goes a terrific Hilton pick, and that is 6. A pick 6 thrown by Ben Roethlisberger to his former teammate, Mike Hilton. Holy Toledo! It's the deepest penetration they've had all day. And then to the end zone, Freiermuth, and caught. Was he in? Yes, he was. Touchdown. Freiermuth makes his 6th touchdown grab and a 15-yard strike from Roethlisberger.
3rd and 4, Murray's the back. He releases as Jackson points, throws it downfield. Andrews got free. Lamar couldn't get it to him, but he caught it anyway, even with being pulled down by Ronnie Harrison. What a catch by Andrews. First down from the 30. Roethlisberger with protection. Downfield, caught. Touchdown, Steelers, Washington.
I'm laughing because those are two imposing.
Oh, there's it. That's loose. It's free. Myles Garrett picks it up, takes it in, touchdown!
They didn't call it an incompletion.
Holy Toledo, what a play!
Work.
It's a 2nd down and 7. Nice block by Jonah Williams in downfield. Look at this. On the fly, Boyd, foot race. That is 6. Leaping into the end zone, 68-yard strike. Baltimore took that timeout. They've got 2 left. Cincinnati timeouts. Blocked by Williams, going deep, double teamed. Higgins has got the ball at the 5. That was spectacular. 52-yard reception to the 3.
Stafford throws an interception. Chuck Clark takes it back for the score.
It's Joe. Wide open. It's Chase. Chase! There is no Chase. It's a touchdown. Nobody's going to catch him in the open field. 69 yards to go with a 72-yarder in the first quarter.
6-2. Go out. They see those spaces here. Sit up.
Najee Harris to the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. And Ben, it's all yours.
At the reserve spot, he's not playing today. Tomlinson filling in with a nice lead block.
First down run, stutter step move. Murray! He's going to go! Latavius Murray! Touchdown! A 46-yard rip to put the Ravens in front.
Pleaded his case to no avail. Williams is now the back. He drops it
again,
and again, second time, and it's picked up by T.J. Watt with the play alive into the end zone. He goes. Hardman was in Wildcat. They run a trick.
Smith-Schuster, der quasi wie eine Wand davor läuft. Keine Chance für den Verteidiger, daran zu kommen.
Und Roethlisberger mit dem Zuckerpass in die Endzone. Und da ist er. James Washington steigt hoch und fängt das Ding im Zweikampf.
On this first half of action at the AFC Championship. 2nd and 12. Beeline gets past Ward. Look at him go! Inside the 20, into the 10. Oh, he takes it the distance. Wow, what a jolt! Just when the Bengals needed it.
He wants all of his playmakers to rise to this occasion. He told them, go finish.
Michelle on play action, finding room, going deep, and it's caught by Higgins. He goes in for the score. Jalen Ramsey fell down. And just like that, in 12 seconds, a 75-yard touchdown.
Week 1 victory for Pittsburgh surprised everybody walking into Orchard Park and getting the win. Burrow fires, intercepted, picked off at a pick 6. Micah Fitzpatrick is an absolute ball hawk.
And the Ravens, and away we go from Maryland. Duvernay will bring it out. Got a block from Hill. He's got a lead blocker on the way, chased by the kicker. Getting a block from Harrison. All the way he goes. 103 yards.
He looks in the mirror and he sees a 230-pound running back. I mean, he's that kind of guy.
2nd and 3. Trubisky on the move down the sideline and reaching up for it is George Pickens, and he hauls it in. Burrow is 8 of 15, barely over 50%. Goes deep down the left sideline, and that's caught. That's T. Higgins to the end zone. So the crowd was growing impatient. The next thing you know, you got a 59-yard touchdown over Xavier Howard's head.
Hunt in motion. Hand off to Chubb. Chubb through the left side. Inside the 20. Chubb's got the 10. 5. Touchdown! Nick Chubb!
Nick Chubb immediately looks back to make sure there's no penalties.
Another 6 offensive linemen set for the Browns.
Chubb looking for the first down. Sweeping to the right. He's going to get it. Breaking tackles and up the sideline. 20, 15, 10.
5, touchdown Cleveland. $41.
And still with 5 in the secondary. 4th and 5, Brissett. And to the end zone. And Cooper caught it. Touchdown! What a catch! 15-yard strike. Amari Cooper.
Shotgun snap on a give. Slicing Kenyon Drake. Turns on the speed. Touchdown, Ravens. Drake can get down.
To have a shot at the playoffs, for him to come and return and hopefully get hot at the end of the season.
This is Chubb breaking free up the sideline to the end zone for the touchdown. How are you going to ignore the weather? The weather is what it is. Here's Harris. Harris turns the corner. 10, 5, leaping for the end zone. What a run by Najee Harris.
Same ability.
Same state of Ohio. Now Kareem Hunt tosses it back. This is Schwartz. Brissett leading the way, and Schwartz is in for a Browns touchdown. 31 yards, and for the 6th time this season, an opening drive TD for Cleveland.
Jay, it feels like it's been one-sided in terms of what Houston has been able to do with its defense. Just hasn't been the case on the scoreboard. Just a 5-point lead. What a punt here by Johnston. Peoples-Jones going to play it from the 25. Breaks a couple of tackles. Peoples-Jones still going. Maintains his balance. It's a foot race. Peoples-Jones will score. A brilliant run back. 76 yards from Peoples-Jones. No flags. Will be on the shelf in that one. And Browns fans hoping to get a little help. That pass deflected in the air. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Fields. And he is in for the pick 6. It was Chase Winovich with a deflection.
Put them right around Hundley. He reaches. Oh, that ball's out. That's live. Back the other way. Sam Hubbard. The Cincinnati Kid. Hubbard's got a convoy. Chased by Andrews. At the 30. The 20. He will score.
Jordan Stout punting to Charlie Jones, the rookie out of Purdue. Tracking to the 20. Jones across the 25. There he goes. There is a flag down. Jones down the sideline. He will go, but will it count? Already one critical penalty against Cincinnati this quarter that wiped away a turnover. Will this wipe away a touchdown?
Chubb splits out to the top of the screen. Quick throw and picked off. The deflection and intercepted by Highsmith. Touchdown. What a start for the Steelers.
Spread it out for Lamar to read, and he will step up and go inside the 5 to the goal line and in. Spread them out and then slice them up.
We're down to 1:23 to go on a 2nd and 9. Pickett lines up a deep ball. Separation. Touchdown. George Pickens. It's Pickett to Pickens for 41 yards.
Kenny Cooper too good for that. Dean's too good for that. He's undefeated.
2nd down, a throw.
Oh, intercepted. Picked off by Cam Taylor-Britt, and Cam Taylor-Britt takes it to the house.
Charles' first interception as a Cardinal is a pick six.
Minshew from his end zone. Here comes Garrett. Football's loose. Who's got it? Cleveland. It's still loose. No signal yet. Touchdown. Tony Fields.
3 wide receivers set on second down. Pass deflected, picked off, and taken in for a touchdown by Kyle Hamilton. $138 yards on the ground on only 9 carries. Handoff. This is Mitchell. Cuts to the outside.
Oh, wow.
Has a first down and more. Still going. Keaton Mitchell all the way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. $39 yards.
Right here, isn't it?
Browns with touchdowns on their last 2 possessions. Deflected, picked off, and taken back by Newsome. Newsome stayed in bounds. Touchdown. Wow.
To pick up first downs and keep our offense out there.
Cleveland is allowing less than 13 first downs per game, the 3rd fewest through 9 games since 1991. Jalen Warren's got a big gain. Warren streaking down the sideline. And they break the seal. Touchdown, Steelers.
First down from the 46. Jackson looks to throw. Given time. Wide open is likely. It's blown coverage. It's a Ravens touchdown.
Back towards Matthew Stafford on that play.
Ethan Evans, the punt. Ravens set to get good field position here. Tylan Wallace from the 25. Tylan Wallace breaks out of a tackle, takes it down the sideline. He stays in bounds. He stays on his feet. He takes it all the way and ends the game. There are no flags.
.48 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10 with 3 receivers to the right. Browning looking. Pressured, throws it deep, and the ball is caught by T. Higgins at the 1-yard line. And it's actually called a touchdown. Somehow Higgins got it across the line. Now we'll have to give that one a look.
All the way back to his days as a Baltimore Raven.
There's Flacco. Looking downfield, open, and Cooper makes the catch and breaks free. Cooper tiptoes all the way for the touchdown.
And only more than 20 once in their last 8. They have struggled mightily through the year, hoping this is the game to turn around. And Rudolph with his first completion. It's Pickens in stride. There he goes. The explosion. Pickens, goodbye. Touchdown, 86 yards.
At LSU in their national championship season.
Rudolph to throw, deep drop. Rudolph letting it fly down the sideline. Pickens got it.
He was out. Was he in bounds or not? They're saying catch.
Play action, fires, picked off at the 30-yard line. Ronnie Hickman. All the way. Touchdown. The Ohio State rookie with the pick and the score.
Thinking big numbers here, trying to really get out ahead in this game.
Deep drop. Jackson, step, deliver. It's snagged by Likely. Isaiah Likely diving for the touchdown.
wider the hole is.
Yes, and Gus Edwards is the definition of a north-south runner, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
From the pocket. Cuts away from Chenal, who's trying to get after him for a second time, but the ball is thrown to the end zone, and it's caught. Flowers with the touchdown. The Ravens strike right back from 30 yards out.